Hi friends, it's the Thack here for the noobs. I'm going to give you a really simple step-by-step walkthrough on how to complete the Easter egg hunt and unlock the Rai K super weapon in the new zombies map, Firebase Z. I would recommend starting this at the lowest level possible to make it easier. Before I get started, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button, come join us on our journey, and make sure you don't miss out on all the amazing Call of Duty content we've got to bring you. So how to unlock the Rai K super weapon? Well, apart from getting lucky, there is a way where you can pick up some pieces and guarantee that you'll get it straight away. The first step you'll need to do is turn the power back on. It's fairly simple. Follow the steps on the map. You'll need to buy your way through some doors, so make sure you've got enough to do that. I'll put a link in the description below to a tutorial made by Rodrigo on how to turn on the power. So go check that out if you don't know how to turn the power on. Now to be fair, you can grab the blueprint before turning the power on, but ultimately you will need to turn the power on, so you might as well do that at the start. Once you've got the power on, head to the weapons lab. It's on the south side of the map, running down the opposite path to the teleporter. Run up to the wall in the corner and you'll see a blueprint of a weapon, which you can interact with and take. The next step, you'll need a specific zombie's eye. So head over to Scorched Defense and go up to the tank on the furthest right of Scorched Defense. You should see a zombie lying on the ground just below the tank, and it will allow you to interact with it to take Dimitri's eye. I'll be honest, this part's a little bit gruesome, so do prepare yourself. But essentially what will happen is, you stick your knife in, you take the zombie's eye out, and once you've got the zombie's eye, you need to head back to the weapons lab where you can now interact with the computer there. Essentially what will happen is, you'll put the eye there, it will scan the eye, and in return, a little drawer will pop open below the computer, which will give you a locker key. So pick that up and then head over to barracks. Now before you head over to barracks, I will say you will need this computer again, so you can either watch it now, or you can come back later. If I'm being honest, we watched it straight away, just because it's easier to do straight away, because it means you then don't need to go all the way back to weapons lab, until at the end. So all you have to do is watch the screen, see where the highlight pops up on the circle, and make a note of where it stops. You can either sketch out a diagram, or you can actually get a picture up of a dartboard, perhaps on your phone or on your PC, and reference the dartboard for where the highlight stops in the circle. Essentially, this circle is a dartboard and it's indicating the numbers on a dartboard that you need to be aware of. So if you've got a dartboard open, you can just keep a note of the numbers that it references on the dartboard. Write this down and make sure you keep hold of it, because you will need it a bit later. So now once you've done this, head over to the barracks. You need to go into barracks 1 and 2 and open all of the lockers by the beds. As you open them, you will get 1 or 2 mimics spawning. You will need to kill them, and one of them will drop a gold barrel, which you need to pick up. Now after you do this, you're going to need a power cell. To get this power cell, you'll have to kill a mangler. That's that really big Iron Man looking zombie, and typically they spawn around level 15 or 16. So as soon as you get one spawning, you have to kill it and see if it drops a power cell. Now this isn't 100% guaranteed that a mangler will drop one every time you kill it. So if you don't get a power cell on the first mangler you kill, just keep going through the rounds until you find a mangler that you kill that does drop a power cell. Once you've got the power cell, head back to weapons lab and put the cell on the table just to the right of the arsenal. Normally there's a rocket on it or a bomb, and this will start charging up the power cell. Now it takes a round or 2 to charge up, so you might as well just leave it here, but don't forget to pick it up once it's charged. You can do the next step while you're waiting for it to charge. And for the next step, you need to go back to the original village. In the room next to the pack-a-punch machine, there's a small dartboard on the wall. Now remember that computer screen you saw earlier on in the steps? And those highlights it was making in the circle? Well, you need to reference that for this dartboard. Either remember where it highlighted it in the circle, or like I said, get a picture of a dartboard when you're watching the computer screen and work out which numbers it's highlighting on a dartboard. You can then look at this dartboard and just shoot the numbers essentially on the dartboard. Once you've shot those numbers, it'll be 3 numbers by the way. Once you've shot them, you need to shoot the bullseye to the middle of the dartboard. And this will then open and pop out the final piece for the weapon. Pick up that final piece and head back to the weapons lab. Like I said, if you haven't charged the power cell, you need to do that, and if it's not fully charged, you'll need to go through another round. So kill your last zombie, kill all the zombies in the next round, and it should be charged. Then pick it up and head over to where you first picked up the blueprint. Just below the wall there where you picked up the blueprint originally, there should be a little workbench. You can interact by the workbench, and essentially it will say building, and will allow you to build the Rai K Wonder Weapon. After a few seconds of interacting with it, you should see the Wonder Weapon appear, and it's awesome. Now, you can go have fun with your newly built Rai K Wonder Weapon. And I should say you can pack-a-punch it as well, but it is definitely an awesome gun to have. It's even got a grenade launcher option as well as a full automatic firing option. So go have some fun with it. I hope this video was useful for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.